Hey, what's going on, everybody? I got an exercise here for you guys, and this is more specifically kind of targeting like what we call our lumbopelvic region. So your lumbar spine, the last 5 vertebrae of your back, as well as the pelvis, okay? Something to think about is typically sometimes for a lot of you guys folks here, you're feeling a lot of compression here in the low back, right? So we're talking about that like hyperlordosis here, a lot of compression happening here in the spine. You're feeling that like compression, tight feeling here, sometimes even some shooting pain down. We talk about the spine compressed going into hyperlordosis, but something that also is missed in a lot of folks is also what happens with the pelvis when this shifts back, okay? Now, something to think about visually is that as the lumbar spine rocks back, the pelvis is gonna rock a little bit more externally here. And when that happens, you're gonna see a lot of people with their toes in that everted position there. So as you're walking, their toes are kind of sticking out, and you're feeling a really hard time bringing that hip and your leg internally, okay? So it's like you only have that external rotation access and you're having a hard time bringing that in, and the pelvis going externally plus our compression here in the low back, that's gonna create a lot of problems, okay? So this particular exercise is gonna work on flattening the back and bring that pelvis into that internal rotation. So, first thing to think about is you grab something like a foam roller or a yoga block, something to put above your knees here so that your hips, knee, and foot are in line here, okay? Now, there's a difference between just squeezing the yoga block this way versus turning the hips in and then squeezing that down. So the cue I kind of give folks is think of your legs as like a screw, and you're screwing yourself in internally and then down into the floor, creating this tension, glutes tight, okay? So come around this way. This is how we're gonna set this up, okay? Stand up nice and tall, arms forward in front of your shoulder. Get that hand right there, nice and close to the wall, just like that. As we begin here, we're gonna screw the hips internally in. Feel the bottom of your foot really gripping the ground there. Feel that tension, glutes tight. Back is nice and flat. From here, I'm just gonna walk it down until my hands come off. But right there, my body's in that hip hinge position here, keeping everything tight. We're gonna do 3 breaths here. Still creating that tension, breathing in here to this space. Holding that tension internally, letting go. 1 more. Walking that back up. Relax everything back to neutral. Re-engage, go back down slowly, breathing that in, letting that go, coming back up. How fast you walk kind of depends on how your low back is feeling. If you have a really hot low back, you're not gonna be able to walk down as fast, okay? I'm not so concerned about the speed of the walk, but just making sure everything's connected. And once you're down here in that hip hinge position here on your fingertips, you'll get that nice stretch here in your forearms, but this is where you wanna really breathe in the back, holding that internal rotation contraction, okay? Let us know if there's any questions, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, bye-bye.